So first, let's start with how do you pay into the system? And interestingly enough, the Social Security tax rate is the same for all people, but not all people pay the same rate in Social Security. That sounds odd, but let me explain what I mean. The Social Security tax rate is 12.4% no matter who you are. If you're in this country, Social Security tax rate is 12.4%. But the amount that you pay depends on whether you work for yourself or whether you're a W 2 employee. You see, if you work for yourself, you're responsible for the entire 12.4%. But if you work for an employer, you only have to pay half being 6.2%, and your company has to pick up the other 6.2% on your behalf. Now, there are different taxes for Medicare and things of that nature, but that's how Social Security taxes work. And unlike the taxes for things like Medicare, not all people pay Social Security taxes on every dollar of their income. You see, Social Security has something called a wage base. And what that means is even though the rate is 12.4%, you only have to pay that 12.4% up to a certain number. In 2025, that number is $176,100. So what this means is somebody who has $75,000 worth of income, they pay that entire 12.4% on the 75 that they earn. But if you have somebody who earns about $365,000, which is about double the Social Security wage base limit, they technically are only paying Social Security tax on half of their income, the other half being above the wage limit and not subject to that tax. Now, that's not something that you would technically see as fair on the front end, but how it works on the back end is that the person who earns $75,000 and pays Social Security tax on all of their income is likely going to have a larger percentage of that income replaced when they actually start drawing Social Security. Whereas the person who earns double what the Social Security wage base actually is not going to see as large a percentage of their income replaced because they're not paying taxes on as large a percentage of their income.